Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. So this time I really want us to check the analysis together, because I usually at the beginning on the first day of the week I usually run a general analysis on cryptocurrencies to see if I'm going to have a trade opportunities and for me to pick my area of interest. So this week I decided to show us how I run my activities and how I pick my area of interest on the chart. So I would like you to also see all of this for yourself, and along the week we'll see what opportunity we are going to get. So although I've run the analysis already, but I'm going to show you everything from the beginning to the end. So just stay close and follow me. So this is sorry. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. This is BTC USDT. This is a chart, and that's the first thing I do. I like to analyze, to start my analysis from the higher time frame, from the weekly time frame, so that I can see the broader picture of what is happening in the market. So on the higher time frame, let me remove this. On the higher time frame, I can see the first thing I do is that I marked out structures, recent structures. What are the structures I marked out here? I marked out resistance at the top here, and from the beginning of the movement, that was the support. So I marked the support. Then I marked this broken structure. I call it break of structure. If you check my previous video, you will see break of structure. So we have this movement, and from this high, there's a pullback to this level before we add another impulsive move. So there's a broken structure here. It's also a key level for me. The base here, which is the support, is also a key level, and the peak. Those are the three key levels I'll pick on the weekly time frame before I zoom down to daily time frame. So this is daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you can see the broken structure, the weekly broken structure, the support, and the peak. So what are the structures we can spot on daily time frame? On daily time frame, I can spot immediately the price broke from this weekly level. The price rallied up, then stopped here, and pull back a little bit. So at this top I have my resistance, so I drew this level here. It's also important for me. So at this level where the market stopped and where the pullback stopped and the market peaked again, so that's my daily support. So I drew my daily support, and as you can see, the price has come back there severally and has tested it but couldn't break it. So it's a very solid support. So I've been able to spot my support and another level here. You see, it was a resistance here, it was a resistance here, resistance, then here it could be a resistance or support. Anything could happen. So those are the two structures I could spot on my daily time frame. So after drawing this on my daily time frame, I will now zoom down to 4 hours time frame. Those are the time frames I use for my analysis as a day trader. So on 4 hours analysis, this is, I said you can't analyze the whole data on the charts, but you check from the higher time frame, and as you are getting to the lower time frame, you try to check the chart, like the data that is closer to where the current market is, to where the market is at the moment. So I don't need to analyze on 4 hours. I don't need to analyze from the beginning or from where I started the weekly time frame. So I'm analyzing the recent structures on 4 hours. So on 4 hours, what are the structures I can spot? This structure here is a very good structure for me. It was a resistance here, the neckline. As you can see, the market came, tested this area, rejected it, came back before breaking it upward. So, and at this point, you see that the market tested it, though it came down to the daily support, but immediately the market broke this area back, it went up. So on that, you can also spot another level here, another key level here, which has been tested severally. It was tested here as a resistance, tested here as a support, support here, and finally a resistance. So these are two um, um, structures on 4 hours that I could spot. So now, speaking of recent events, what happened? From this weekly time frame, the price rejected and rallied, came down before stopping here. So I'm usually, when I'm analyzing my charts, I always get attracted to the open and close of the candle. The week actually carries information. I can interpret it, but I don't place my support and resistance on the week. I rather place it at the close or open of the candle. So at this point, this zone serve as a support, and you can see why these are serve as a resistance. So if you look at this structure, this um, high, low, and at this low, the market gave us a new high, but it was a lower high, which implies that the market is on a downtrend. So however, this high has not given us a new low. It has not given us a new low. So what is really happening actually? So from what I can see here, if you would agree with me, the price came back. This kind of move is an impulsive move. So, and you don't have that every time in the market. When you have an impulsive move, expect a corrective move, and the corrective move is not always as bold as the impulsive move. So I have a pullback, higher, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Then at this point, let me draw it out. From this point, the market came here, give us lower high, give us lower low, give us lower high, give us another lower low, which shows that it's trending downward on 4 hours though. So this is another lower high, lower low as expected. But instead of giving us this is another lower high, which is as expected. But instead of giving us a lower low, it's not giving us a lower low, it's giving us an equal low here, or let me say a higher low. And now it has broken the previous low to give us higher high instead of lower high. If you remember in the last video, I talked about structure. I talked about break of structure and change of character. So here we have break of structures which allow the downtrend to be valid for us. And here at this point, this was the last lower low here, and the market made a new what? A new this was the last high, a lower high, and the market made a new low. I expected a lower low, but it didn't give us a lower low, and to that effect the market gave us a new high, which is what? Higher high, because it was lower than this. So at this point, this is a change of character. So at this point you have a change of character. So that's why I marked this level. It's a very important level for me. It's a very important level for me. So I expect the market to pull back. Then at the end of the pullback, immediately the market is ready to rally up, I would long the market, because of this change of character. I can sense that the market is about to buy, and it has stopped selling on 4 hours time frame. So I can simply put my arrow here in order to to know what I'm expecting from this 4 hours analysis that I've just seen. So now, because the market is now at this zone, we can just zoom down to 15 minutes. Normally when the price is at the zone, you zoom down to the lowest time frame, which is for me 15 minutes. That's why I pick my entry. So on this 15 minutes time frame, what do you do there? You try to find your entry on the zone. The market is already at the zone. Then how do I pick my entry? At first, you can use a change of character to pick your entry. For those that are using for the smart traders, smart concept traders, you can use your other block on this zone to pick your entry. But for me, at first I use price action. The kind of candle that I see here will determine the kind of trade I'm going to pick. At this point, after the market came back to this level, you can see that the candle that broke this level below was a very strong bearish candle. You can see it was a full bearish candle, and after it broke it, the market tried to retest this area, and at the time the market reacted, you can see this small candle. At the time the market reacted to this area again, it gave a rejected bearish candle. So there's a rejection here, there's a bullish bearish candle here. So what this tells me is that the market is going to sell a little bit more. The market is going to sell a little bit more before it starts buying. However, how will I know where the market is going to stop selling or where to buy? So I can apply the trend line. I can apply a trend line on my chart in order to pick an entry. Mind you, this is on 15 minutes time frame, so I can apply a trend line. By applying a trend line, don't forget I said I usually love to draw my trend line, my markers, all of my analysis. I usually love to draw it on the open or close of a candle, not the wick. I don't give regard to the wick, though the wick has its information. They have the information they carry. So using this trend line, I've been able to spot an entry for myself. Here is the entry. I have two possible entries here. The first is on this. You can see that this is an uptrend according to this trend line. You have a low, you have a higher low, and we have higher high. And now the market is trying to give us a new higher low. So I expected the market to give us a new higher low and then peak. So at that time the market is peaking, you can join the long. But for me, the second entry is this, which I usually prefer to use, because sometimes the market could break the trend line. It could break the trend line, and it will take a long time before it come back to the normal direction. So, but you can see at this point, you can see the trend line crossing the neckline. Don't forget this line is a neckline on 4 hours time frame. So it is where the market broke, change character. This is a change of character on 4 hours. So I expect the market to come to this area. So when it comes to this area, so the kind of candle, which is price action, the kind of candle that form in this area will now determine if I'm going to long the market to the next level, to the next zone, I will short the market to the next zone. But according to this, I can deduce that today is Monday. As you can see, today is Monday, 10th of February. So by 10:30 p.m. I expect the market to, let me say, from anything from 9 p.m. 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. but precisely between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. I expect the market to come to this area. So I can do two things. I can either come back to check when it's almost time, or I might decide to put an alarm. You can set an alert on your charts. So when the price, though the alarm can be triggered if the price decide to come up before this time. Mind you, this spotting this area does not mean the price would not go up or will not go below this area. But at this point, wherever the price is, I expect that it will come back to this, I call it confluence area, because it is a confluence between the trend line and the zone. So at this point, I'll be able to pick my bias. I'll be able to take a trade. But my bias at this moment is that the market at this point, if the market hasn't broken this trend line, I expect the market to buy, because it has given me a change of character on 4 hours time frame. So that's my verdict on BTC. That's my valid on BTC. So at this point 10:30, let's see what is going to happen. So let's go to so if you take it back to 4 hours, you can see that the area peaked. This is the area I spotted. Let me take it back to 15 minutes. So this is how I pick my entry on lower time frame, but I started my analysis on higher time frame in order to pick my entry on lower time frame. So you can see this is where I'll be expecting the market to give me a trade opportunity. So after this candle, this 4 hours candle, so we have this candle is currently forming. So we have 3 hours 30. You can see the minutes left. We have 3 hours 33 minutes left for this candle to be fully formed. So at the start of this one, so I expect to see what would happen in the market when the market come back to this area. So I will know what to do. But because of this 4 hours and this break of structure, I expect if the market should come back up to this area, I'm going to long the market and I will be targeting this area next. So mind you, I might not have the opportunity today, but that is my expectation for the week. Then let me quickly touch XRP and maybe one other crypto before I call it a day. Yeah. So as usual, I've taken it down to 15 minutes time frame. So you can simply zoom your chart so that it will accommodate a lot of data. So on XRP does not have much data. So this is weekly time frame. So I have this high. This was the previous high, and the market, in fact, this kind of pump is very crazy. This is a crazy pump. The market pumped from this low to break this structure. So I mark this structure is very, very important for me. So to create a new high for us. So this is a new high. Though there was a high here before the market retraced, but this is a swing high. Don't forget I focus on swing high and swing low on higher time frame. So you could also mark the bottom, but I don't need that for now. The price is still very, very far from it, so I don't need that for now. So I drew the break of structure and the the resistance on weekly time frame. So let me zoom down to daily time frame. So this thing I'm doing is what we call top-down analysis. You start your analysis from the weekly down to daily until you get to your final time frame. So on weekly, you can spot that this area is a resistance where price pull back a little bit before it moved again. Where it started the movement is your support. So I've been able to spot my resistance, my support, and a new high created. Mind you, because this is an uptrend, the market has given us a high, a low, higher high. So this is a break of structure, which shows that the market is still in an uptrend until the market breaks this daily zone. But currently on daily time frame, the market is still in an uptrend. So this one that you are seeing is just a pullback. This is a pullback. So let me zoom. So I've been able to spot this new high, break of structure, and support on daily. So let me zoom down to 15 minutes. I hope you are getting it. It's very, very easy once you understand how to plot your structures. So on 4 hours, I'm less concerned about this part. So let me start my analysis from this area. So from the top, don't forget this is the daily resistance. The market rejected, came down to the broken structure, daily broken structure, came up again, weekly resistance, pushed down and gave me a new high. So a new low. So this new low is 4 hours low for me. And from this 4 hours low, even though the market went down, swept the liquidity in the past, the market came back and started a new movement from this low. So that's why I marked this low as the low 4 hours low for me. So the market moved to this area. This area I don't have to mark this on 4 hours because it's already a a daily level. So no need of marking this, it's already a daily level. So the price moved from this area down to daily level, which turned to resistance here, and the market moved down. And if you check the movement, you will see that it has been a sort of, pull down, push down, pull back a little bit, pull back, push down, a little bit, pull back, push down. So it has been a sort of downtrend, short-term downtrend from this area down to this area. It has been a sort of short-term downtrend. So from this area, the market pushed and the market broke this level. I hope you can see this. Sometimes if you can't see it clearly, you can decide to use this chart type and you can select step type, so you'll be able to see the steps very well. You can see the step down, push, lower high, lower low, lower high. Let me mark it. I just want it to be very clear for you. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And at this lower low, what do you spot here? You can spot double bottom here. You can spot double bottom. So when we get to chart pattern, I would explain this to you. So instead of giving us the same lower high in order to continue that trend, the market give us what? Higher high. And after this higher high, what happens? The market give us a what? Higher low. Don't forget this is a lower low. So the market give us higher low, and after this higher low, what happened? So what happened? The market, couldn't break below this higher low. So which implies that on 4 hours time frame, the market, let me adjust this. It's too thick. So which implies that after this, on this 4 hours level, which shows that there's a what? Change of character at this level. There's a change of character. The market does not really want to go down, just like what happened on BTC. So we are having the same thing. We are seeing the same thing here on Ripple, on XRP. So let me remove or let me change it back to candlestick. So you can just come down here. So from step line to candlestick. So if you zoom clearly, you see that it's very clear. It's very clear. Once you can spot it accurately, that's all. From this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So after this lower low, we're expecting another lower high, but instead the market give us another high that was higher than the previous high. So this is higher high. So there's this change of character at this level. So this is a level for us. After this change of character, the market gave us higher low instead of lower low. Gave us higher low, and then a new high again, and then it has come to test that same low. So market is now currently rejecting. Mind you, we have what we call microstructure. So this is a sort of microstructure within the main structure. So if you are not comfortable with this, or you don't know how to manage your account with this kind of setup, you can just wait for the price to come to the main zone. Mind you, always take your trade on the main zone. You don't take your trade in between, because you don't know what's going to happen. But at the zone that has been tested previously, you know something is likely to happen. Then what form next will determine what you are going to do. You'll be able to pick your buyer. So from this zone, I'm expecting the market to buy from this area. If I thought the market rejects back to this area, I'm expecting the market to buy from this area, and I've put an alert on it that if the market should come down here, it should let me know. It should alert me so that I can look for an entry. What will I look for to pick an entry? I will look for the price action, confirmative price action, such as bullish candle, bullish engulfing candle, AMA rejection candle, tracer top, tracer bottom, all those important candlestick pattern. So I'll look out for it. If I can see any, then I'll be able to long the market with the hope that the market is coming here in the long run. So that will be that. Because I don't have the market on the zone, I don't have to zoom to 15 minutes. Assuming it's only when the market is at the zone and I'm about to pick an entry, that's when I zoom to 15 minutes. However, if you zoom to 15 minutes, just like we have it on Bitcoin, you can also draw your trend line. But for now, I don't have any trend line to draw. Yes, because this would not give me a trend line opportunity. So let me just delete this. So it won't give me a trend line opportunity at the moment. So let me just wait for the price to reach here, and whatever happens at this area would or however, I can also draw a counter trend line. There's something we call a counter trend line. You are looking for an opportunity to long, but you are seeing a short downtrend, so you can draw a counter trend line. So when the price breaks the counter trend line to the opposite side, then you can continue your trend. So but at the moment I don't have, but there's no perfect line for me to draw a trend line at this point, so I have to just wait and use price action alone on this zone. So that's that on Ripple. So on Doge, let's take this for the last one. On Doge, mind you, all of this setup and procedures can also be used for any kind of financial markets, be it crypto, be it forex, be it stock, be it commodity. Today's class is for crypto, so I'm going to do that of forex maybe some other time. So on Doge, I've zoomed down to weekly time frame just to start my top down analysis as usual. So what are the three things I will spot on weekly time frame? The swing low, swing high, and the what broken structure, which is break or off structure or change of character, whichever one you have here is what you will mark out. So after marking this on higher time frame, which is the weekly time frame, what do? I zoom down to daily time frame to see better. So on daily time frame, I can spot that after the price rejected from this weekly resistance, the price came down and gave us a double bottom here. So it's a very strong support from this area. So I spotted it and give us this, to give us this new high. So I decided to spot this, to mark this new high, because this structure has been broken. It has been broken here. So this is the most relevant, or let me say most recent one for me. So from this support, the market pushed down. It pushed down so that it tested this weekly level, the weekly broken structure. I hope you remember weekly broken structure. So it tested this weekly level and went back immediately. But now the market is squeezing itself down further. So let's see what is happening. So I expect the market to come to this area or come back to this area. So how do we see if we can have a trade if the price is going to come back to this area? Because the kind of candles you can see for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for the past 1 week on Doge, you can see that they are not really healthy. Like, they are not massive. There's no momentum in Doge for now. So let's see if something is about to happen. So let's zoom down to 4 hours time frame. So on 4 hours, can we spot any structure? 4-hour structure? Yes. What are the structure we can spot? These are the structure we can spot. This area, it was a neckline from this push. The market tested this area, came down before breaking it, and this area was rejected, became a support at this point. You see the way it pushed the market up. Market came down to test it again. When the market broke it, it still had to come and test it again, and it turned into a resistance. It was that resistance that pushed the market down to this area, and after pushing to this area, the market came back to give us a new high, which is a lower high. You can see we've been having a downtrend from this area. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So this is a lower high for us, and the market is currently ranging between the lower high and the lower low and the weekly support. So now for me, if we are to wait for trading is a game of patience. You have to be patient. Yeah, you have to be patient. You have to wait for market to come to your zones before you trade. You don't trade in between zones. If you trade in between zones, trust me, you are not a trader, you are just a gambler, and that's not good for you. But when you trade, you are trading with precision. When you trade on the zone, you are trading with precision, and you are trading with a high probability of winning. So at this point, what can we still pick? So from this point, we have this push down. The markets came up a bit, push down, came up a bit, push down, came up. Don't forget what when I say push down, came up a bit. That's what a short-term downtrend. New high, lower low, as you can see, lower high, lower low, lower high. So I expected that the market should give us a lower low in order to continue the downtrend, but the market rejected the last low, the last support, and give us higher low, then higher high. It has now given us another higher low, because this is where the market got rejected upward last. This is the last support on the market. So the market is now trading between this support and this high. So if I want to trade this DOGE, I'll wait for the market to come back to this support, or to come to this resistance. So, and when it get there, I'll now zoom down to 15 minutes time frame. So the kind of price action, the kind of candlestick I find there, which is my own way of picking an entry, will determine what I'm going to trade, whether to long the market or to short the market. But because of this broken structure on 4 hours, I believe the market should start buying. Once it break out of this zone, it should start buying down up to this area. So, but for that to happen, we can't push the market, we can't rush the market. We just have to wait and see what is going to unfold in the course of the week. So today is Monday, we still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Crypto market doesn't close. Yeah, it doesn't close. So we have the whole week to check this trade and see if we get an entry. If not today, let's see tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. So, but trust me, this is how I pick my trade. And in the last 4 weeks, or let me say 5-6 weeks, we've had a very good win rate. So not less than 75% win rate in my community, in my group. So this is going to be this is going to be all for today in this how I pick my entry for the week. So next episode of this kind of weekly trading analysis would be on forex, so that you can see how it's also applicable. So I'm only trying to check if I would see a trend line, possible trend line pattern to draw in order to pick an entry, but there is none. So I have to wait for the market to come to the zone. So at this point, no confidence. I'm only waiting for the market to come to the zone so that I can pick my entry. So that's that. Like I said earlier, trading every now and then does not guarantee that you make more money or you have a good win rate. Yeah, it doesn't guarantee it. So you have to be careful, and you have to be very, very patient. Make sure the price come to you. Wait for the price to come to you. You don't go to the price. So we don't have the control over markets. The market control itself. But because of past record, all these structures we are drawing, they are past record of what has happened, where traders are attracted to, where they would love to, investors. Don't forget, traders are also investors. So where investors would love to take action. So these are the areas that we spotted out. So once the price get there, we'll know that yes, let's also get ready to ride on with the big guys, with the big investors. So that's how to win in the financial market. So thank you for joining me in today's episode of the weekly analysis. So see you in the next. I believe you understand. If you don't, or if there's anything else you want me to mention, please go to the comment section. Just say it, drop it there, your concern, your question, your query. If there's anything you spot that you think should be, or have not said it properly, or maybe you don't get it, or you have a contrary opinion, just drop it there. I will check it, and I will respond to everything in the next video. So thank you very much for staying with me. So see you in the next video. Bye.